Hey girl, hey. Welcome back to Wind Out with Lee. Y'all know how we do it. We get straight to it in this tutorial. I'm gonna show y'all how I did this look without using concealer or bronzer, baby. Let's get to it. Call them. Alright y'all, I'm gonna always start out with a primer. I use my Milk Hydro Primer because if you just got through watching my skincare routine video, baby, you know I love hydration. And of course it is the winter time, so you also want to use hydrating products, okay? Sometimes I do double down and I use two, depending on how I want my look to come out. So for the purposes of this tutorial, we just gonna use the Milk Hydrating Primer. If you haven't heard of it, get to know it. Now, because we are not using a concealer of any sort, I'm going to use two different shades of foundations. I have my MAC NW55 and I have my Maybelline 368. One, because they are total opposites in color. And our face and our skin is not always one shade. So even if we don't use a concealer to highlight and contour, I feel like in this tutorial, you at least want to use two different foundations. So if you saw my first video, you know I did that in the first video. However, I don't believe that I use a dark enough foundation. Then of course, I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty blender, okay? Damp is the key word in this sentence. And I'm just gonna blend it all in because, like I told you in the previous video, I want a seamless look. Because I want a seamless look. I want it to look very natural, okay? So you can use a brush, however, I like a beauty blender. Now I'm going in with 368 in the center portion of my face just to give me that highlighted or that contoured look without using the contour, okay? Using the opposite side of my beauty blender, I'm gonna go ahead and blend everything in, taking my time because remember, we aren't putting on any concealer. So we have to go right up under our eyes, that most tender spot that I told you about. Remember those layers there are thin. Honey, protect them at all costs. And then I'm gonna blend that in, okay? Now I know you guys can see that line of demarcation there on my forehead and then right there along my cheeks. So I'm gonna use the part of my beauty blender that I use with my NW55 and I'm just gonna blend that away, like mesh them together. And look at it, beautiful, seamless, meshing it all in, all one. Ta-da! What y'all think? Let me know. Leave me some comments below. I want to hear from you guys. I'm all up in your face. I'm showing you what it is. I mean, it gets no better than this. No lines, baby. No lines. Yes, I love it. Now I'm going to go in with the Fit Me powder in 360 in those places that I put the lighter shade of foundation. Because remember, there's no concealer. So we're gonna get right into it. But of course, I'm still gonna make sure that that foundation did not crease. And look how much I used, a very light amount. I didn't set just yet. I'm just using a light amount. Okay? I didn't bake, I'm sorry, not set. I didn't bake just yet, just a light amount. And of course, y'all know I'm gonna go in with my Rare Beauty blush because I love me some blush, baby, because blush brings lush and color back to your face. And I'm using the empty side of that beauty blender, that damp beauty blender, to blend it in just to get some of the product off my face, okay? Some, because I do like my blush to be seen. Let's just be clear. That's just me. This is a preference thing, so you do as you may. Now, once I go ahead and get this all blended in with my beauty blender, I do go back in with my brush because I want it to just spread nice and even and not look so in your face, if that makes sense. I want it to be in your face, but not in your face. And that just does it for me. Now I'm going in with my Givenchy Prism Libre powder and I'm going to set under my eyes again. I'm doing my smile lines. I'm going to go in with my Sephora Micro Smooth. Now remember, I know some people consider this a bronzer, but I'm not using it in the respect of a bronzer. What I'm doing is the places that I put my darker shade of foundation, I needed a powder. And I don't have a setting powder that is that dark. So this is what I'm using in the place of my setting powder, okay? And then of course, we're gonna go into brows. Brows is something that I believe we all are familiar with and we all tend to do. And if you don't, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to just categorize you. However, just take a your favorite eyebrow pencil. Mine is of course the Perfect Brow from Benefit Brown, the shade 4.5. That's what I always use. I love the tips on this eyebrow pencil. That's just my thing. I used to use MAC a long time ago, but I've since changed that years now, and it's only been this. And you just want to take your time, because I feel like this is going to be the most important part of your makeup look, is to get your brows and your eyes right. Right here, what you see me doing is carving out my brows and giving myself real definition when it comes to my brows, and making sure that when someone sees me, they look like sisters, you know, not twins, but sisters. Okay. Now I am going to use a concealer. This is the Maybelline Rewind in the shade, I think it's 45, but I'm just going to use this for my brows. I'm not going to put it anywhere else on my face. I'm only going to use it to carve out my brows. I feel like brows are super important, and I want to make sure that my brows are standing out and they are giving a look. So I'm going to use concealer. Take your time with this. It does take some time to get this part done. Make sure you use a buffing brush to pull everything down. That's what I'm using here. This is my Morphe 173 brush, but Real Techniques also has a crease brush that you can use. Y'all let me know in the comments down below how y'all feel about the look so far. Is this something that you guys would do? Is this something that you guys have tried? Do you also like to not wear concealer and bronzer with your makeup, and you want something that is just a little bit more simple? Give me your thoughts. Let me know. You know, we're here to have like a conversation, dialogue back and forth. So that way, you know, I can make sure that I'm giving you guys exactly what you want, because I really thought this was really cool. Had it not been brought to my attention, I probably would have never even tried it, because I'm just a makeup enthusiast, and you tend to get used to your routine and doing your makeup the way you do it. So this was actually very cool. And once I get done with the concealer on my eyes, you see I take my same 360 setting powder, and I'm going to just apply that to my lids, only as a base. It's kind of like using the setting powder, but not using the setting powder, you know, to give it something, some color. Keep it very neutral, but using some color. And then after this, I'm going to go ahead and use my Sephora Micro Smooth as well on my eyes, because, you know, a lot of us do use bronzer for eyeshadow these days because we love that neutral look. Try it before you knock it. Don't knock it before you try it. And this is very easy, you guys. Like, nothing is difficult about what I'm doing. I promise you can do it. I have faith that you can do it. I know you can. I know you can. And of course, because I'm me, I'm going to carve out those cheekbones because I want some definition. And you don't have to do this step, but if you want a more defined look, I would recommend you do this step. And I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty setting powder to do this. And in the same places that I put the lighter shade of foundation, I'm going to also bake in those places, just so that I can have more of a highlighted look. Next, I'm going to use my NYX Control Freak. I love this product because it makes my brows look like I actually have hairs. So it holds those hairs in place, and it gives me that stroke-like look. It's clear. It's nothing on it. So it's not like it's giving me any advantage. It's just using my own hair to look like hair. And then I'm going to go in with a brush, and I'm going to get that powder off my face, honey. But I'm patting it in. That's what I want to show you here, is to pat it in. I'm not really taking too much off of my face. I'm more so pushing it into my skin. That makes sense? That makes sense? Y'all tell me if that makes sense now. Talk to me. Talk to me nice, y'all. Are we standing on business? T.I. say, are we standing on business? Are we getting this look done? Because I think we getting this look done, baby. And I just think it looks so good. I loved the way this turned out. That's why I had to do it again. And I really wanted to try it with a darker shade of foundation so that I can get that variance in color. Oh, and I'm just loving it. Here, I'm just taking a bigger brush and doing the same exact thing that I did up under my eyes. Pushing it into my skin. That's it. That's it. Too easy. Too easy, honey. Too easy, honey. Y'all see those brows? It's giving defined. Oh, I love it. Oh, honey. And that's why I put enough blush on my face, because I want you to see it, honey. You see it? You see that blush? Yes. Then I'm going to go in with my continuous setting spray because I like a matte look, okay, before I put on any type of highlighter or any type of mascara. Set my face. I love it. This keeps me looking matte. And that's what I want to look, matte. This is just a little trick because I had to cover up my eyes. You can put it on a brush and still get the setting powder right up under your eyes. So you don't have to go around looking like you never set up under your eyes. Love you, honey. Yeah, I was getting ready to go to work this morning. And then I'm going in with my two mascaras, Wake the Fake and my Big Connoisseur. I do have a video on both of these if you want to see it, which mascara to choose. Then I'm going to use my Cold Kajal pencil to line my eyes because why? That's me. I like a dark line. You can use brown. You can use regular black. It doesn't have to be a Cold Kajal pencil. But if you read up on your Cold Kajal or your kohl pencils, you know they are good for the waterline. They are best used in your waterline. That's why you see other cultures using them on their waterline. Deep dark. And then, of course, we're going in with the mascara, my Big Connoisseur. This one I just love because of how much product it gives and it puts on my lashes. And as you can see, I do have on false lashes. I have on some lashes, child. So I don't have to do it to the top. The other mascara, Essence, that one has fibers in it. So that one also adds fibers to the look as well. So we like to do both because we are dramatic. We just dramatic over here, okay? And plus I have on lashes on top. So I want to give the same full effect above as I do below. Like who wants thick and thin? You want them to be even, right? 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 I hope so. I hope so. Now that's just a little trick that I use if I'm going to shed a tear. I use a Q-tip to get it up. And then I'm going in with Fenty, baby, because this look is very, very subtle and I don't want anything too much. So I'm just going to give myself a slight highlight to keep it real classy. You know, real classy, real sassy, honey. That's what we do. Can you see it? Can you see the glitter? Can you see the glow? It's very light, but I like it. I'm so extra. I'm so extra. Cause I'm so extra. But it's pretty. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm actually looking and talking and just, I'll do myself sometimes. And then I'm going to go in with Juvia's Place's red lip liner in the shade Wine. So after I line my lips, and then I'm going to go in with Candy Ladies Cosmetics Indulge, honey. Baby, I indulged in this color all day. Didn't have to put it on a whole lot because it stays on my lips. But it is such a pretty red color. Oh, not too much, not too little. And remember, I filmed this originally around the holidays, so I was just looking for a red lip to go with my red sweater. This did it. Yes, honey. What y'all think about the look? How did it come together? It's coming. It's coming. It's giving. It's giving. Whoop, whoop. Ah, ah, ah. I'd be so excited. I'd be so excited. And that is just a peeling stick that I put on the back of my hand to hold all of my products that I put on my hand. So I want to walk to work with stained hands. Get into it. Yes. No concealer, no bronzer. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts. How you feel? Did we achieve it? Will you try it? Are we doing this again? Make sure y'all go check out the skincare routine because baby, that's what matters.